Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm working alone for right now and I'm making leche cake, which in English it is 3 milk cake, so it doesn't sound as good. All right, so let's get started. So you always want to get I've only used yellow cake mix and Duncan Hine is my favorite. So we're just gonna go by the directions and bake your cake. All right. Here I go again, putting the whole thing in there. All right. And then just follow the directions on the cake mix box. So it wants 1 cup of water and 3 eggs. And then it calls for a 1/4 cup, or maybe this one's 1/2 cup, 1/2 cup of oil. And that's all the ingredients. So I'm just going to whisk this up. I mixed it for about 2 minutes. Normally I used a hand mixer, but I couldn't really find it, so doing the old, what do you call it? Doing it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so now I forgot to say again that you always preheat your oven before you start. I did, but I forgot to tell y'all. And so it's ready. It's not magic. I'm just spraying my pan. Make sure you coat it very good, very well. All right, and just pour it in. And just like Martha Stewart would want me to, I'm going to get it all out of here. All right, I got it all poured in here, and we're going to put it in the oven. But first, a little baker's secret is you want to tap it. And that'll get all the air bubbles to rise and burst. That way you don't have a lot of air pockets when you're eating it. We're going to put this in the oven for about 25 minutes. Go by your box, whatever it says. I think this is about a 9-inch. All right, we'll be back when it's done. After the cake has cooled for some time and a couple beers later, I'm going to be making the milk that goes into the cake. So I have never measured this. So today's going to be the first day that I'm going to attempt to measure. So what's going to be all coming together is I always get vitamin D milk because it's thick and it's good. Some whipped topping from Kroger, whatever you prefer. And then also, let me get this in here. Sweetened condensed milk. There are a lot of other recipes online that has other ingredients like evaporated milk, but I'll tell you, I get the most compliments for this tresleche cake, and even my husband's Mexican. All the Mexicans love it. They say it's the best tresleche cake they've ever had. So, all right. So we're going to put our milk in. I'm going to attempt to measure. Here's 1 cup. And remember, this is just 1 box cake. You can always double this recipe or even triple. And 2 cups of milk. Let's go for 3. That looks about right. It's almost halfway of a half gallon. 1/4 of a full gallon, if you may. All right. And the peaches are here because that's going to be a topping. So next I'm going to do my sweetened condensed milk. I'm just going to pour the whole can in there. And then I'm going to get my whipped cream. You can use any whipped cream you like. Make sure you get enough for the milk, and it's going to go on top of the cake as well. So I usually buy 1 big tub, but I got 3 little ones because that's all our store had. Apparently everybody needed whipped cream this weekend. Oh, I need to measure. I'm thinking the 3 cups of milk was too much. Just do 2 cups. After pouring in the sweetened condensed milk, it kind of, you just got to go for your eye. You got to look by your eye and not measuring. But so that was 1 cup of whipped cream, 2 cups of whipped cream. Okay. So we have 2 cups of milk, 2 cups of whipped cream, and 1 can which is 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. And we're just going to mix that together. All right, I got my 3 milks mixed. We married each other, threesome if you will. And now we're just going to poke holes in the cake now. That way the milk can get in there and, form together and make it nice and juicy. You can use, a lot of people use a fork. I have a rounded wooden spoon I use at home, but I'm not at home. So I found a straw, if you will, and I'm just going to poke the holes. I don't like the fork because the milk doesn't get in there as well. So here I go. And I don't press down all the way. And just do little holes throughout. And actually, I like this baking dish. It cooked it a lot more evenly. I might have to get me one. And time lapse. Okay, I got all my holes in the cake. And now I'm just going to pour that milk mixture over it. Fun fact, if you use a straw, get that cake right out of there and get a little taste. Okay. I know before I said 3 cups of milk. It's not. It's going to be 2 cups of milk, okay? So I'm not going to use all of my mixture because it's just too much. But when you use 2 cups of milk, you're going to pour the whole thing. Here we go. Okay. I got that all in there. And we're just going to leave it for maybe about, let's say 10 minutes to get it all soaked up. And once it gets all soaked up, we're going to put the whipped cream and the fruit on it. It's all soaked up in there and you can feel it. It's heavy. That's good. You'll have a little bit of the whipped cream left over. That's fine. We're about to put more whipped cream on it. So this is one of our toppings. And you're just going to spread it on there. If you want to make it fancy, you can make it fancy. Put it on a board, cover it up, and then pipe whatever you want to do. It's your choice. You want to make borders. But this is just for us, so it's not going to be fancy. Okay. I like a lot of whipped cream. Okay, so in total, I used 2 small bowls of whipped cream. And before I said I usually just use 1 large bowl, which this will be 1 large bowl. And this is the last step. You can use any fruit you want, but beware, I may not use grapes. It might taste weird. I always use peaches. That is our favorite. It fell. I've used pineapple and strawberries, mango. So whatever your little heart wants to do, do it. And you just slap it on there. Okay, it's all done. It's not the prettiest, but it sure as hell is going to taste good. Look who showed up for the taste test.
It's me.
It's kind of familiar how the men do if you cook something and they're there. Okay.
It's Magic's.
Glad you're here for the finale.
If you bake it, they will come.
That is true. Okay. So, since it's a milk cake, you can use your traditional way of getting cake out. I like to use a spoon just because it's so milky. It does fall apart, but it is good. It's still a little warm, that's why. If you let it cool all the way, it won't do that. Okay. Teresa.
Oh, I worked so hard for this. It's going to taste so good.
You did. You did a lot of work for this.
I did. Thank you.
You gave me a lot of comments while you were getting ready.
I did. Oh, that will do.
I'll tell you what, this has to be one of my favorite desserts.
It's so light and summery.
But yeah, it has to be one of my favorite desserts. And it's light. That was really bad.
High five. There it is. Had 2.5.
Because buttercream is just so heavy, and this is just, whipped cream, and it has fruit, and it's delicious.
Yeah, but you can make this, well, probably not all the way sugar-free, but somewhat sugar-free, like the sugar-free cake mix.
Yeah,
Sugar
they
with
have
topping.
keto cake mix.
Yeah, they're $5
You can do
a piece.
berries, like a triple berry mix
Yeah.
on top.
Almond milk instead
Heavy
of...
whipping cream.
Yeah.
Sweetened condensed milk. I'm sure there's a recipe out there, so we could probably figure it out.
With monk fruit. Future video idea.
All right.
Well, Stephanie, high five, man. Not figuratively, because we can't do it. Mm-hmm. We're not good at things.
Well, I hope y'all like this and give it a try. I tell you, everybody's going to love it.
Especially your Mexican husbands.
Yes, they love it. Do it, and it's easy, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment.
And click the little bell if you want to get notified for when our next videos are coming up. Also, on Instagram, we're giving away teasers a couple of days before video loads. If you want to get some teasers, check out our Instagram. It's working not to 5. 5 like the digit. Don't write it out. We're not fancy. Number 5.
Yeah, so we'll put all our links for our social media down. Follow us. That way you know what's going on. All right. Until the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.